Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. Today I'm finally bringing you my best of beauty from 2017, which I am so happy about because I love these videos. I religiously watch them every single year and I'm obsessed with them, so I'm so happy to finally be doing my own one. If any of you aren't really familiar with these kind of videos, it's basically just a video where you talk about all the products that you either discovered throughout the year or you fell in love with, or even a product that you've had for a while but you just fell back in love with it and continuously reached for it throughout the year. So yeah, I have a good few products to chat about. Some you have definitely seen before on my channel and some are new, but nevertheless they're all products that I just think are amazing, so worth your money and just real good quality. And yeah, I just love recommending products that I truly think are really good. So without further ado, I do have quite a few, so I'm going to get started. Okay, I'm going to start off with foundations. I'm kind of going to work my way through the face and through the products that you would use when you're doing your makeup. I actually didn't fall in love with any primers in 2017. I've kind of just been using the same ones as I've been using for quite a while, so that's why I'm not including any primers. I'm still on the hunt for the right one, but hopefully 2018 will be the year. But anyway, as I said, I'm going to talk about foundations first. I have two foundations to talk about. It was so hard to narrow the foundations down because I actually got quite a few new ones throughout the year and I fell in love with quite a few, so I decided to just pick two that I bought in 2017 and that I found were the best out of the ones that I bought. So the first one I'm going to be talking about is the Dior Forever foundation. I got this, I think maybe back just before summertime, and I actually got it because Jaclyn Hill raved about it and she still is raving about it. And yeah, I just couldn't resist. Anything that woman tells me to buy, I buy it. And yeah, so I bought it anyway, and honestly, when I first got it, I wasn't 100% sure. I was like, God, I don't know if this is actually right for me, but what made me realise that it was is one day I was wearing it at home and like my mom and sister were like, what is on your skin? Like they were like, Jesus, what is it? Like, because it looks really good and it looks really smooth. And that's when I realised the foundation definitely lived up to its hype. That's exactly what Jaclyn said as well about it. She said it literally makes your skin look smooth and like completely poreless, and it just really makes you look like you've just had Botox or something. So yeah, that's what I love about this foundation. As I said, it just gives you a really nice complexion and it's a nice coverage as well. It's not too heavy, not too light. I like quite full coverage and I do feel like you can build it up to that, which I love. And yeah, overall I just think this was a good purchase. It is a bit more on the expensive side, so I would recommend to get maybe a sample before you try it, but I definitely would recommend it. And the other foundation I'm going to talk about is probably not going to be a shocker to most of you who watch my channel on a regular basis because I've talked about it loads. It is the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation. 2017 was definitely the year that I fell in love with stick foundations. I had used them in 2016, but last year I just could not stop using them, and this one was probably one of my favourites, definitely in the top two anyway. And yeah, I just cannot rave about this one enough. It has a beautiful finish, a beautiful coverage. It lasts really nice on my skin. I just really enjoy using it. Definitely try this one if you're looking to try stick foundations in 2018, or even just a new foundation in general. This is so good, and what I really like about it as well is that it comes in really light shades. So if you're pale like me, you'll definitely be able to find your shade, unlike some other foundations. The next product I'm going to talk about isn't going to be much of a shocker either, but there's absolutely no way I could do this video without talking about it, and it is the Mercier powder. If you're just going to buy one thing from this video, buy this powder. I know it's not cheap, it is expensive, but I've had this since February now and it's still very full. Like, it's lasting me really well and I use it all the time. Every time I do my makeup I use it. So honestly, it is worth the purchase, worth the money. It is so good. I've recommended this to so many friends and they were like on the fence. They're like, you know, some of them had never used a powder and they're like, do I really need a Kaelin? And I was like, yes, you do, you need it. And they've come back to me and they've been like, oh my god, like my makeup looks so different. Thank you so much for the recommendation. It is honestly just so good, guys. It makes your skin look so smooth. It doesn't sit into fine lines. It sets things really nicely without giving you like that powdery look. It just takes away the shine and does not feel heavy, which I love. So yes, get this and I promise you, you will not regret it. Next up are concealers, and I have two as well. One I've had quite a while actually, definitely like maybe 2 or 3 years, but in 2017 I just really realised that absolutely nothing will beat it for its purpose that I use it for, because I did try a few other things and you know I always went back to it, and it is the Studio Finish concealer from MAC. This stuff is just amazing. Like, What I use this for is cleaning up. So I would clean up a lip, say for instance, say if you like went out a bit too far and you wanted to kind of round the lip with a small brush. I think it's amazing for that. It's amazing for carving out your eyebrows. It's amazing if you want to clean up a eyeliner mistake, anything like that. It's just brilliant. But it's also really good if you suffer with acne or spots or anything like that. It covers them really, really well. Like when I was in MAC, they used to tell us that they used it to cover tattoos during fashion week and things like that, and at the time I was like, oh wow, like that is full coverage if it does that. But it actually does. Like, it's so good. And as I said, I did try a few other things this year just out of curiosity more than anything. I tried the Select cover for carving out my eyebrows and for cleaning up my lip, and it honestly just did not compare to it. I know some people love that for doing those things, but for me this one's a winner. And yeah, I'm always going to repurchase this, I think, until the day I die, because it is so good. I get it in the shade NW15. So yeah, if you're looking for something to do any of those things I just talked about, try this one and I bet you'll like it too. And the other one is my new favourite concealer of all time. I don't think anything is going to beat this for me ever. I got it in July in 2017 and I've honestly used it every single day since, and it is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Before I started wearing this, my favourite concealer of all time was the MAC Pro Longwear, and I honestly thought nothing would ever come near it. Like, I was obsessed with it, and don't get me wrong, I still love it. I do. It's still an amazing concealer, but since I've started using this, I found that I just reach for this all the time instead. It is so good, guys. It is really full coverage, so it covers everything. It's brilliant for under the eye. The formula is really nice. It's like a thick enough formula, but it doesn't feel heavy and it blends out really well. I use it to conceal and to highlight as well when I'm doing contour and things like that. And yeah, I just couldn't recommend it enough. I love the bottle, I like the applicator. Because the one thing I didn't like about the Pro Longwear actually was the little bottle it comes in. I just found that it was a bit inconvenient. They break easily. The pump puts out way too much. If any of you have it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Whereas this is just a lot easier. It has a really nice big brush on it, which I find great for doing underneath the eye. And yeah, if you don't have this, please get it as well. It's one of the other things I would really recommend to buy if you're going to buy anything from these products I'm talking about. You can only get it in Ulta, so it's a little bit hard to get your hands on, especially if you're in Ireland or the UK. But if you have an opportunity to buy it, definitely do. You will love it too, I bet you. Moving on to contour and bronzer. Throughout the year I definitely tried loads of different things to do both. I went through a lot of different bronzers and contour options and things like that. But I always found myself going back to one product in particular, and you've definitely seen this already as well, and I feel bad repeating myself constantly showing the same products, but I couldn't do the video without showing it. It is the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. If you're going to buy one contour palette in 2018, buy this one, guys. It is honestly so good. It comes with 6 shades. Such good value for your money. Like, I've actually had this, I was trying to think earlier when I got this. I think it was the end of 2015, and it's funny, I got it, my mom was going to America, so I asked her to pick it up for me because we didn't have Kat Von D in Ireland then. I used it for the first few months then when she brought it home, and I loved it, I really did, but for some reason then I put it away for a while. And it was actually last January then that I started using it again, and that's why I definitely had to go into this video as well for the 2017 favourites, because it honestly was a favourite for me throughout the year. I used it so much. I absolutely love the contour that it creates for me, and yeah, I just couldn't recommend this more. I actually convinced Erica to buy this the other week and she loves it too now. So yeah, if you are on the hunt for a contour, definitely try this one. You can get it in Debenhams in Ireland and any Sephora in America. While I'm on the contour buzz as well, I wasn't going to include this one because I don't want to include too many products, but I just actually can't not include it as well because I think I've used it every single time I've done my makeup for the last 5 months, and it is the Chubby stick from Clinique. This one is in the shade Curvy Contour. I don't even remember where I got this, to be honest. I think it was in a goodie bag from an event we went to during the summer, but I started using it pretty much straight away anyway, and it's so good, guys. It's so easy to blend. I love the colour it gives. It is so easy. It's like contour for dummies, literally. I've showed how I use it in a video recently actually that I will link below. It's my full foundation routine, so if you're confused about how to use contour or how you should be contouring or where you should be contouring. I clear everything up in that video, so I'll definitely link that below for you guys. And yeah, I honestly think this is great. I'm not even sure how much it costs, to be honest, but I'll link all the products below. I don't think it'd be that expensive, and I'd say it would last you forever. It's like still full, and I've honestly used it so much. So yes, definitely a great contour for like going out and things like that. I would only kind of use that when I'm going out, or say if I'm doing like a heavy makeup for daytime. Otherwise I would just use the Kat Von D palette by itself, but the two of them mixed together are just amazing as well. Definitely my favorite contour combo of 2017. Next up, I want to talk about highlighters, which again were kind of hard to narrow down. I tried a lot of highlighters in 2017. Kind of like the foundation decision, I had to be a little bit more tough when I decided on the two I wanted to include. So I kind of just thought, which two did I buy in 2017 that I really kind of fell in love with and used over and over again, and these two sprung to mind. And I'm really happy as well because one of them is a little bit more on the cheap side and one of them is a bit more expensive. So I'll start off with the cheaper one. And it is the Sleek Highlighting Palette in Solstice. I think that's how you pronounce it. And this is honestly one of my most used, like more affordable highlighters from the year. I love this palette. I think it is such good value for your money. You get 3 amazing highlighting shades. I mostly use these two down here, which are called Equinox and Subsolar. But this purple one up here is really pretty as well, and I think it'll be lovely on someone with darker skin. And then you have a lovely cream one as well here, which I'm not gonna lie, I don't use that much because I prefer a powder highlighter. But again, this palette is amazing. The quality of the highlighters is so good for the price. Like, they are so pigmented. Like, let me show you. Like, hopefully you'll see this now. But it's honestly so pigmented. I hope you can see that. It's just beautiful, and I love these two colours mixed together. Every time I wear this, someone comments on it, and I just think it's brilliant. I love the packaging as well. Really good by Sleek. They're a brand that I've always liked, and they do always deliver really good palettes. So yeah, definitely check this out. I think it's only like maybe €12 or something like that. So such good value. And the next one, as I said, it's a little bit more expensive, but it's been one of hands down my favorite products I've bought in 2017, and it is the Cover FX Enhancer Drops. You've seen me talk about this before. Again, I used them in my foundation video that I did a few weeks ago, and yeah, they're just beautiful. They're basically like a liquid highlighter, and what I do is I mix this in with my foundation, or I put it on my makeup brush when I'm doing my foundation, and it just gives me the most beautiful glow on my skin. It's a lovely formula to use, and yeah, I can't rave about these enough. They're beautiful as well for just normal highlighter on the top of your cheek if you don't want to mix it in with your foundation, but I honestly recommend doing that because it just makes your foundation look so much nicer. And yeah, I have not looked back since I started using these. Moving on to eyeliner. I didn't try loads of eyeliners throughout 2017 because I have one in particular that I use all the time and I love it. It's a Rimmel one, it's super affordable. I've talked about it before on here and I still really love it, but I was really intrigued by one eyeliner in particular, and it's a brand that I really like and I've talked about already, so I said I would give it a go even though I was a bit hesitant, and it is the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. The reason I was hesitant is because it's a pin, and I just always find in past experiences pins dry out really easily, and I just don't think you get your value out of them sometimes. But I have to say I really like this. It is so good. I saw a few other beauty bloggers using it and I just kind of was so intrigued. I had to get it, and I must say it's really done me well so far. I've loved using it. I used it nearly every night over Christmas, and I just find that it's really black. The fact that the brush is kind of thin at the top, you're able to get a good flick with it, and it's just so easy to use, and also it lasts really well. Like, it's not that it's hard to take off, but it doesn't just come off very easily. Say if you've got a watery eye or anything like that, it doesn't just come off, unlike some other eyeliners. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this one as well. I've had it about a month and a half now and it's still lasting me. I think it was about $20. So yeah, it's not that bad. Like, my Rimmel one is about €7 and it lasts me for ages, but I do think this is probably a little bit easier to use if you're a beginner with eyeliners. So I would definitely recommend this one if you're new to eyeliner and finding it a little bit hard, because as I said, it is really easy to use and really good. Next up, I want to talk about a brow product. I always use the same brow products. I've probably used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow continuously for the last 2-3 years. I love it. So I never really venture out and try new products because I'm just that kind of person when it comes to brows. I think brows, they're very hard to get right, so when you find something that works, you kind of stick to it. But saying that, A few months ago, I think Erica got a package from L'Oreal and there was loads of different bits and bobs in it, but one thing in particular was this L'Oreal Brow Stylist pin. I'm actually missing the top on this side, so sorry. There should be a top on this side too. But I said I would give it a go. I wanted to find something that was a little bit cheaper at the time, I think. Not because I mind spending the money on the Anastasia one, but I just thought it'd be good to show my followers that there is a cheaper alternative as well. So I tried this one at the time and I honestly could not get over how good it was. I think this is only like €7 or something like that. Don't quote me on that one, but it's definitely really, really cheap and it is amazing. Like, I've tried the Anastasia pin as well, you know, the rolling up one, and I didn't actually like that. I did not think it was good. I tried the Benefit one, didn't like it. I wish I did because so many people do, but I actually didn't. Like, I do use it sometimes, but comparing it to this, I just can't. Like, this is so, so good. I have it on today now and I just love the look it gives. It's so easy to use. I love that the spoolie is on the side. It has kind of a tapered edge to it. So yeah, guys, if you're looking for a cheap brow product that is amazing quality and will definitely work for you, get this. Honestly, so, so good. Next up, the mascara of the year for me, I think has to be as well. There's a bit of a theme going after that, but it's the L'Oreal one as well, actually. This is the Voluminous Lash Paradise, and I actually only got this, I'd say, in maybe October. But it really, really stood out to me. It looks very like the Too Faced Better Than Sex one, which is probably my favourite one of all time. So when I saw it, I said, you know what, I'll give it a go. How bad can it be? I'd love to see if it actually lives up to what the hype and things like that. And it honestly does. Like, it's nearly as good as it. It's a little less clumpy because I think the brush is a little bit smaller. It's not as kind of thick. But I actually think that's better because sometimes the Too Faced can be a teeny bit too clumpy. So yeah, this has been so impressive. I think it's actually one of the best mascaras L'Oreal has ever brought out. They are known for their mascara, but this one has really blown them out of the park. I think it's amazing, and again, so affordable. So yeah, another product I would definitely recommend. Moving on to eyeshadows, the first one I'm going to talk about is a liquid eyeshadow actually. It is the Stila Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadows. Sorry, I can never remember that full name. These are so, so amazing. I got them in February. I think I got about 3 or 4 colours and I honestly fell in love. The minute I saw them on Instagram, I knew I'd love them because I just think they're the easiest things to use. They look amazing. The pigment is unbelievable. They're basically like loose glitters with the glue on them already, and all you have to do is fire them on. They're so easy. Both my mom and sister, who are a bit more impatient when it comes to makeup, absolutely love these. So if you're someone who doesn't like to spend too long with their eye makeup but wanted to look like you've put a lot of effort in, you will adore these because they honestly stand out so, so much. Like, they're just so beautiful. I can't recommend these enough. Please go out and get one. I have the Kitten Karma, which is actually my favourite colour. It's like a lovely rose goldy, and yeah, you can literally put this all over your eye, put a little bit of brown on the corner and you're done, and they look amazing. So yeah, definitely recommend them. They're a little bit more on the pricey side. They're about $27 each, I think, but again, this one has lasted me for ages and I'd say it'll last me another few months. So I would definitely recommend paying the price and getting one because you will love it too. And for an eyeshadow palette, this was actually so hard as well because I bought a lot of eyeshadow palettes in 2017. I was looking back through them all today and I was like, Jesus, I actually did. I went mad last year on eyeshadow palettes. I don't know why, but I just did. I do love a lot of the ones I got, I'm not gonna lie. I was really impressed by every one I picked up last year, bar 1 or 2. But I said I'd only pick one because I didn't want to be confusing you. And the reason I picked this one is because I thought it was the best value for money and the best quality for the price. And it is the Jaclyn Hill by Morphe palette. I'm not just picking it as well because I love Jaclyn, even though I do, and I do think she did an amazing job on this. But as I said, I just think it is such good value for your money. The amount of colours you get and the quality of the colours for the price, I just think it's next to none. I love the range of colours she has in here. I know some of you probably would not use all of them, like these mad green ones and blue ones and everything, but hey, you never know when you'll need them, festival season or anything like that. So I just think that it's amazing to have them all in one place. This is the only palette I brought home with me for Christmas, and I honestly just thought it was amazing because it's super light as well for travelling. And yeah, I don't even know what else to say about this palette. I think it speaks for itself. The warm tones are stunning. I love the mixture of shimmeries and mattes. I just think she did such a good job with this, and she really thought it out and thought about the people that were going to be buying it, I think, rather than some other people who just kind of throw in anything to palettes these days. So yes, I think that this is my palette of the year. It's about $45, I think. But I mean, that is pretty good for the amount of colours you're getting and the quality. Morphe are a really well known brand, so they always kind of deliver really good quality things, and with Jaclyn's help I think they did such an amazing job on this. So yes, if you're looking to get a palette for 2018, definitely think about this one. Okay, we are coming to an end, I promise. Next I wanted to talk about a few brushes, because hey, what's makeup without the tools you apply them with? So I wanted to talk about 3 brushes in particular, and these are from 3 brands as well that I really loved in 2017 for brushes. 2 of which I've loved for a long time, and 1 is new to me actually. I only started using it in June, so I'll start off with that one, and it is Powder and Pout, which is an Irish brand. The brush that has really stood out to me from them is the P050 brush, and it is this flat, I don't know what you call these exactly, but they're really dense, and I've been using this for powder now for the last, I'd say, 3 to 4 months, and I think it is amazing. I use it to carve out my contour down here. I use it underneath my eye because the shape is so nice. I use it down my nose, up here. I just absolutely adore this brush. I love dense brushes, so when this came in a package I was so happy to see it. And yes, I just think this is definitely worth the purchase if you like a really carved out contour, or if you're just looking for a new powder brush that you can rely on that will really set your makeup well. This is so good. The next one is from MAC, and it's another one that I really reached for this year, and it's this big bronzer brush. I use this to contour quite a bit this year, because during the day I don't really like a very sharp contour. I like more of a bronze look, so I just found this really good because it's tapered and you can still get a nice kind of buffed out bronzer, if you get what I mean. And this is the 140S. So if you're looking to invest in a good bronzer brush that lasts you this year, I would recommend this one. And last but not least, when it comes to brushes, the last one I want to talk about is one that I've used so much this year. I probably used it nearly, I'd say, every time I did my makeup, like some of the other products I was chatting about, and it is the contour brush from Real Techniques. This actually comes in a set. It's called, I think it's called the Flawless Base brush set, but don't quote me on that. I'll link it below. And yeah, I use this for foundation a lot this year. I just love the size. I love how it buffs out my foundation, and I just found it really great for traveling as well because it's not too big. And yeah, I just think it's amazing. The set is actually really inexpensive. I think I've had it for years, and yeah, I think it's only like, I don't know, 25 euro or something like that for 4 brushes. Maybe I'm wrong now, but as I said, I will link it below. Very affordable anyway, and such good quality. So I would recommend that set, especially this one. And finally, we are coming to an end. The last products are going to be lips, of course. I couldn't finish the video without talking about some lip products, and the first one I'm going to talk about is actually one that I'm wearing tonight. I'm wearing it mixed with another one tonight because I couldn't make up my mind, but this has been one of my absolute go-tos in 2017. If you follow me on anything, you'll see that I wore this a lot. It's this red liquid lipstick from MAC. Sorry, that's a bit of a tongue twister, and it's called Feel So Grand. I think it's probably the lipstick I've gotten most questions about ever. It is such a lovely formula, and I really like the shade of it as well. As I said, I have it mixed with something a little bit darker tonight, so it's usually a little bit brighter. But yeah, I honestly could not recommend this enough if you're looking for a new red. And not only because of the colour, but because of the formula as well of these. I think these are amazing liquid lipsticks, mainly because I absolutely adore the applicator. I never ever wear lip liners with these because I find the applicator so good. You can really get a nice shape of your lip with it, and just overall I find these last so well on my lips. They wear all day. I could literally eat 3 meals and they'd still be there. It has a lovely blue undertone as well, so it doesn't make your teeth look yellow when you wear it, which is obviously something you definitely want to avoid. And yeah, overall it's just a lovely lipstick to have in your collection. And last, I have a gloss. This is a gloss I picked up in 2017. I had my eye on it for a while and I absolutely love the brand, so I said, you know what, I'm going to get it, and I'm so glad I did because I've worn it so much. And it is Undressed by Anastasia Beverly Hills. If you know me well, you'll know that one of my favourite liquid lipsticks is Anastasia Beverly Hills Pure Hollywood. So I got this to actually match that, and I think it's probably been my most worn combo of the year, and people always ask me about it. This gloss is just amazing. It is so buttery. It looks so lovely on the lips. It really makes them look nice and full and glossy, obviously. But yeah, it's just a really nice formula and it lasts on them. The only bad thing about it is it does go on your teeth really, really badly. But once you get over that, it's just lovely and I couldn't recommend it enough. In 2018, I'm definitely going to invest in this formula and loads of other colours as well, because I think it's just a really, really nice formula. It's not too sticky, but it lasts really, really well. So yeah, I don't know what else to say about it, only that it's an amazing gloss and it definitely is worth the money. It is obviously a bit more expensive being Anastasia Beverly Hills, but honestly one of the best lip glosses I've ever tried. And that is everything, guys. I hope this video was not too long. I feel like I've been talking for 100 years, but I just couldn't leave anything out. I definitely could have added 10 more products as well, but I said I better not. As I said, I love recommending products to you guys, so I really hope that you pick something up from this video, or if you maybe saw a product you might be interested in buying. As I said, I've linked everything below so you can go check out the prices and where you can get them and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it here now because I'm nearly gone out of breath from talking. Don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up as usual if you enjoyed it, and subscribe as well if you'd like to see more, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!